exhausted, I feel like I lost it. Smoking dope to cure my pain only helps with my logic. Just trying to be honest, isn't that what you wanted? Trying to run away from my life, but I can't move like I'm Sonic. So every time I take a step, it's like I'm running out of breath. I don't have nothing left, the only thing that's left is death. Why am I such a menace? I really try to do my best. You say that you need me more, but I think that I need you less.
Oh my
damage,
God.
I done took over than I can manage. Girl, I hope you get the message, understand it. Had to break your heart, but no, I didn't plan it. Never landed, I think that I'm damaged. I done took over than I can manage. Girl, I hope you get the message, understand it. Had to break your heart, but no, I didn't plan it. Never landed, I think that I'm heading away, but I will never see the end. Running again, but I don't wanna play again. I guess we're the same, cause you know that I played away. I'll never fall, I'll take it so every time I take a step, it's like I'm running out of breath. I don't have nothing left, the only thing that's left is death. Why am I such a mess? I really try to do my best to say that you need me more, but I think that I need you less. Damage, I done took over than I can manage. Girl, I hope you get the message, understand it. Had to break your heart, but no, I didn't plan it. Never landed, I think that I'm damaged. I done took over than I can manage. Girl, I hope you get the message, understand it. Had to break your heart, but no, I didn't plan it. Never landed.
I ain't gonna lie, this the video right here, bro. Go. Sit down, sit down, sit down.
You hooping, guy.
Bro,
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Sarzzio coming at y'all with another video, man. Today's video, we coming at y'all with a peak tutorial. You feel me? You see it, green. Now listen, shooting peaks is it's a very timely thing, and it's also a very difficult thing to explain. So bear with me. Now listen. First things first, the way you want to identify when you feel like you should peak is knowing where everybody is on the court and knowing what is your lockdown plan, what is your swing plan. For example, in PNR, more than likely the swing gonna have the hash and the lock gonna guard you. So if you can catch at the right time to catch the swings dropping on the slip, you peak that side just like that. You feel me? Even with the lock, if you feel like your lock playing your middle too heavy and your swing diving, hit them with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you. And then if you feel like he just sagging, but you don't got time to set up your jump shot, hit him with some moves, D-rolls, and peek it. Just like that. Peek made my screen jump. You feel me? That's all it is. Now I'm going to show you guys how to shoot these peaks, what moves to do best. You know what I'm saying? What's the best combos to use a certain peak. For example, I like this one a lot. I didn't get the explosive Trae Young, but I'm gonna show y'all when I show y'all. You feel me? It's a whole bunch of peaks that you've seen in them clips before the video started. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got a whole lot of peaks in my bag. You know what I'm saying? So we just gonna get going. All right. So for this first peak, we're gonna start out with the D-Rose peak. As you can see, it's a peak that you see everybody do. It's one of the more simple peaks, I should say. And to do the D-Rose peak is once you do the dead grails, which is that move right there. Once you dribble the ball on the floor, you want to shoot like while the ball is like coming back to you. Because when you shoot while the ball is basically coming back to your hand after the first dribble, for example, you're going to see me dribble one time. You feel me? Once you see that dribble, when they pound, when the ball is on its way up, you just shoot. It's going to glitch the ball in your hand. Like, it's the second dribble every time. So notice, once I do the D-Rose dribble, I do one more dribble and just shoot. And it's a shot every time. So I'm going to explain this for y'all. When doing the D-Rose, you just flick your right stick to the opposite ball hand, hold turbo. And once you see that ball bounce after that second time, feel free to let it fly. And if you do it too early, you're going to do this. You're going to do that. Actually, you're not going to do that one because you're going to actually get this one. That's what you're going to do if you do it too early. And if you do it too late, You get that? So, like I said, when timing the Derrick Rose peak, after the second dribble, it's a shot, instant fire. Instant fire. Now, I'm going to show you guys when to use this D Rose peak because it's a very useful peak. For the first off, I love doing it on the hash simply when I see the lock playing my middle and the swing drop, so the swing is no longer on my hash. The lock, like, he know I want to go middle. So when you see the swing drop, the lock is always going to play that right there. As you can see, if I do this, that's a blitz. If I do this right here, that's a blitz. If I do this, it's a blitz. Any move I do going middle, it's a blitz. So what I like to do is when I get the ball on the hash, I do that. And once I do that snatchback, he knows I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to explode off that snatchback. And you can only explode going the same way. But what you do is, instead of exploding that way, you want to do that and you want to every time. Now, once you hit the lock with that once or twice and he's starting to expect it, or not even that, once you see like whoever in this corner, he starts seeing you do it, he's gonna show. And you can pass out of that after the D rolls every time. So once he see that, he's gonna jump. So that's when you decide whether you feel like you got that window to shoot or you pass the ball. Now, when you on this hash and you see the swing kind of playing high, the lock, he's still playing your middle, but he kind of sagging, hit him with one of these. That's the Trae Young peak. If you guys don't know, the Trae Young peak is one of the more elite peaks in the game. To do that Trae Young peak is just simply a Trae Young. And that's what happened if you shoot it too early, which I shot it after the dribble. So when doing the Trae Young, now they don't want to let me peek it. When doing the Trae Young peek, it's the same thing with the other peaks. You got to let the ball bounce twice or once. You got to let it bounce once with the Trae Young peak. So once y'all see that big bounce, so right here, feel free to shoot. As y'all see, I just shot that from deep. So you can always shoot off this peak. I love this peak the best too because it brings you back. All the other peaks, they really bring you forward. As you can see right here, for example, the D-Rails, I'm going forward. But the Trae Young peak actually brings you back. When doing the Trae Young peak, you hold turbo, you flick that right stick to the opposite ball hand. And once you see that bounce, it's good to fly. You know what I'm saying? Hot and ready. Now, when doing this Trae Young peak, more than likely, if you see them playing sides on the screen and your center from the slip, peek that side where the swing is dropping. I'm telling you, it worked every time. So when I see the swing dropping on this hash, I like doing this one right there. Because what happened is if the lock playing the middle, one, he's not chasing you there yet. And two, you shooting deep. You going backwards. You running away from the defense, but you still in shooting range. You feel me? If that makes sense. So once you do that, it's like the lock's still on your middle, or he's gonna be on your side because he's not in front of you. Because you gotta remember the swing is on that hash. And like I said, once you hit that peak enough, the corner gonna start showing. It's gonna be an easy read. Whether you got that corner, or who knows, sometimes when they feel like you killing the swing, you're not gonna leave. So once you hit this peak, you pass out right there. It's very simple. Now, this next peak, it's a simple peak, but like I said, I like it because it run away from the defense and give you separation. And that peak is this one right here. It's that snatch peak, you feel me? Now listen, when doing the snatch peak, you could do this peak. I love doing it mainly like in the middle when I'm running to a side. So like if I'm right here and let's say I'm just doing this, like I'm just dribbling. Like you can always just do this. I'm telling you, it's a great peak because it's like the lock don't expect it. And more importantly, when they see you do this Trae Young snatch, or even just in general, when they see you do a snatch, they know you running to a side. Like they expect this every time. But if you hit them on one of these, I'm telling you, you're gonna catch them slipping. I got a couple of clips where I'm telling you, like they just expect you to go to the side, and instead of going to the side, you just stop middle. It's green. You could do it on the hash as well. You hit them with one of these, then you come out, it's there. So when shooting peaks, the best advice to shoot peaks is just shooting unexpected shots. The reason peaks are so good is because nobody expects them. People rarely jumps at peaks unless you obviously just peeking all game. But it's like a peek can catch somebody off guard. And the thing about a peek too is, like I said, the way the game is this year, you can shoot from deep. Like I can run back here and shoot that without badge. As you can see, I just hit it. And this is the pro arena. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's so easy. Like I wouldn't be surprised if I green one of them if I timed it right. But I'm telling you, the way peaks are, you gotta just shoot your shot. Like I said, the snatch peak is very useful. You can go any way with it. You can shoot it from anywhere, like I said before. And more importantly, you just catch your defender off guard. And there's multiple combos you could do to set up your peaks. And there's also multiple peaks you can shoot after your peak is played. For example, if I wanted to shoot a snatch peak, and let's say this happened, and he showed, I'll just do this. Or I'll just do this. You can always do, like, it's always a peak after a peak. For example, if I turn it to this right here, let's say I want to do a Trae Young peak. I can do that. This is the next peak. The double peak, aka the double quick stop. So really this peak right here, you can shoot this peak anywhere. You always set this peak up with the peak. You feel me? That's why I call it the double peak. Even though it's called the double peak, it's the double peak. Because look, let's say I want to shoot the D Rose peak like that. And like I was saying before, let's say the D Rose peak was getting played. I can always do this. As y'all seen in the clips before, this peak works. It's legit. Because what's going to happen is the lock is going to stay still. He's going to be lost. And the swing won't know what to do, because as you do it, the center slips. It's a guaranteed read or shot. So like I said, you can always shoot this peak. It's very simple. So like I was saying, when doing peaks, you just gotta shoot it at a weird time. Like that right there, that was a weird shot I just shot. But I mean, it's open in the game simply because nobody expects you to shoot it. You don't even, like me personally, some of the peaks I shoot, I don't even be expecting to shoot. But I just shoot it because I just feel like it's there. And it end up being there. Like it's a couple peaks I shoot just to test the waters. But they really be open. Or they be like 6%. Those are greenable shots. So like I said, when shooting peaks, you just gotta really just be confident. So look, to do this double peak is kind of difficult, but it's kind of easy. One, you gotta have on. Well, it don't matter which sides of which step back hesitation you got. Both moving step back, I mean. But the thing is, they all got different animations. The one I have on is not Giannis, but John Wall. I got John Wall moving step back, and that's how you get the wide, basically carry the ball. That's what it look like. It look like you palming the ball from up top, and then you feel me. That's all it is. It's the John Wall moving step back. If you want the animation that I'm doing, you can do it with Jimmy Butler. You can do it with Giannis, but I like John Wall the best, and I don't do moving step backs anyway. So I like using it instead of just getting the other ones, because I feel like the John Wall one has the best animation anyway. So when doing this peak, what you want to do is you have to do an explosive speed boost move. For example, you can do it off this right here, this misdirection. You could do it off the Trae Young. You could do it off the D Rose. You can't do it off of momentum, I think. No. But like I said, you got to do one of these moves. That right there, the explosive one, not this one. You have to do the explosive one. So when doing the explosive one, it give you that right there. So you can. As you can see, I just did it with a snatch back. Snatch back. You just gotta do an explosive move. So D Rose, it's an explosive move. You have to do an explosive move. And after that, as y'all can see, I'm spamming it. You can always spam it as well. So that's just how you do that. But when you're doing that, once you do an explosive move, you want to flick, hold R2. Don't let go of R2 and flick up on the right stick. When you feel like, basically is when you peak. So when you normally a peak, instead of peeking and shooting, you hold right. Don't let go of R2 or RT, and you flick up on the right stick. I'm telling you, it's legit. That's all it is. So like I said, this next peak is the hardest peak in the game in my opinion. And it's the misdirection peak. I love this peak a lot. This peak, the reason I feel like it's the hardest too is not only is it the hardest to do, but it's the hardest to guard. Because imagine me just doing this right here. I'm just dribbling. And then all of a sudden I just hit one of these right here. I'm telling you, it's so hard to guard. Because when doing this move, you normally see people run to the rim. So they know. Look at that. They angle you to the rim. So that just shows how much of a rim running move it is. So when you do it, I didn't get the speed boost. Like I said, the reason you want to really do explosive moves before you peak, because if not, you won't get the separation you need. Like for example, this, as y'all can see, I was running, I was taking off. But if you don't take off, you're going to do something like this. That peak right there, notice from where I did the move, I didn't get no space. So if the lock stood still, he probably can get a contest on that. Because I'm not going anywhere. Look at that. I'm not going anywhere. Same thing with the Trae Young. If you do that, like this one, you're not going nowhere. You got to, you know what I'm saying, get like that. You got to get out of body with it. Same thing with the D-Rose. Like, you can't really not explode out the D-Rose, honestly. But same, it's like a steady slide, basically. If you don't do the D-Rose, you're going to steady slide. Like, that's not even a peak. Like, if somebody shoot that off a steady slide, that's not a peak, bro. Like, it's never a peak. So you gotta get busy. You know what I'm saying? It's very simple. Now, when doing the misdirection, you want to flick your right stick diagonally down to the opposite ball hand. Your left stick to the hand the ball is in. And yeah, I explained it right. So if y'all know, you know what I'm saying, y'all seen the dribble tutorial. Look at that. Peek it at any moment. And I think that's all the peaks. I went over the Trae Young peak. I did it too late. That's what happens when you do it too late. I already told y'all that. But yeah. I'm about to go around teams to get some clips for y'all. There go the Trae Young peak. Like I said, you want to do the Trae Young move, but you want to explode. After that first dribble. Golly. After that first dribble. God, why are they trolling me, bro? Like, what's... Anyways. Alright, bro. I'm turning my noties off, bro. You saying hi. Yeah, I'm gone. But yeah. Trae Young. Easy. I just missed that. After that first dribble. It's in every time. The next peak, the misdirection. I literally just showed y'all that. You misdirection, you want to explode. So you want your left stick to go diagonally up. Do not go to the side. If you peek to the side, it'll never work. Even with the D-Rose, diagonal up, peek. When doing the D-Rose, you just flick your right stick to the opposite ball hand and run. That's literally all it is. After that second dribble, you shoot. 1, 2, shoot. Every time. You gotta monitor the dribbles. If not, you're doing it too early or too late. Next peak, the snatch. You snatch back. Same thing with the snatch. You don't run to the side. You don't do this. Like you can, but you run into the defense. You want to run away. Diagonal down. You feel me? Look. Diagonal down. Peak. You can see I'm getting sniping animations from there. That shows you can green from there. You know what I'm saying? You just literally, you know what I'm saying? You want to get, the thing is with peeking is you want to get the separation before the shot. Because that way they don't have time to recover because you're shooting a peak. That's the point of a peak. It's to shoot fast and shoot uncontested. So like I said, you want to run away. So I could be dribbling. Then I D-Rose. Simple. Now, the double peak. I feel like this might be the second hardest one. Explosive move, flick up on the stick. Explosive move, flick up. Hold turbo. Flick up. Shoot it whenever you feel like it. I do it across the whole court if I feel like it when I'm trolling. But yes, you can. Also, you can combo your peaks too. As you can see, watch this. This is a peak, but this is also a peak. So you want to combo your peaks. Just like that. As you can see, when I do this right here, they're expecting that peak right there. But if I hit them with one of these, that wasn't an explosive one. But when you hit them with one of those peaks, I'm telling you, they gone. Look at that. Nah, I can't do it. But y'all see me do it. Anyways, man, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you need, if you know what I'm saying, if you need help with this, feel free to DM me on Twitter. Hit me up. I'm down to help y'all. If you need help with just dribbling and comboing and dribbling, you know what I'm saying, I got y'all. So, hey, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's your boy Sarzzio, and I'm out. Peace.
I'm alive, but I'm actually dying. Loud, but I'm actually crying.
Hurt, but I'm trying to stay silent.